Like, I'm so close to paying this bitch off, and I just bought it last year. Do not throw it in my fucking car. So he's like, no, I was like, you need me to pull over, bro? And I'm like on the road at this point.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm trying to avoid the highways because I'm like, all right, I gotta take this guy on the back road just in case I gotta pull over.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, we had like a red light and this motherfucker jumps out of the car to go throw up real fast. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be honest, you do this again, I'm canceling the ride.
Yeah.
So he ended up had the windows rolled down so he could just sit there and like let the wind go in his face.
Yep.
And he made it all the way there. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm sure he was drinking. He didn't look drunk, but obviously he was throwing everything up. But I'm looking at this like, bro, I'm just trying to get like a paycheck, bro. Just trying to earn a couple bucks.
Yep.
This ain't even that serious. I don't need this Uber. I don't need the Uber to survive or nothing like that. I got a really good full-time job.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just trying to earn a couple bucks, bro. And you making this real fucking difficult. And he sit there and told me like, I'll tip you more because you had to do all this and stuff like that. Man, I pulled away from that fucking Uber and I saw that $1 tip. I come to, I was like, tip me more. What was the original amount you were gonna tip me?
That is wild.
I don't even think you can tip less than $1.
That is wild. I'd be upset for sure.
I was.
You can rate the riders, can't you though?
Yeah.
So did you rate him something?
I didn't. I gave him his 5-star.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That is crazy.
I'd be looking at karma points on that one.
Because if you threw up while you were driving him, it would have been a 1-star. That's crazy. Yeah, no, that happens all the time in my job. Especially being a bartender. It's like, bro, I'm not a doctor, right? I'm just
asking for CPR.
I'm just. Well, on Father's Day was the worst. It's been a long time since I worked in a restaurant. Father's Day was the worst. I had somebody daddy shouting at me. I had to look at him. I was like, sir, you are not my daddy. I don't have to serve you. You look. And then the thing is like, he looked like older, like retired vet. You know what I mean? And he was with it could have been his daughter. Definitely assume it was his daughter, but she was older too. She had to be like in her late 30s. And she didn't correct her daddy at all while her daddy was yelling at me. And I'm looking at her for help. Like, help! Get your daddy. And so finally when he left, she looked at me and she was like, here, this is for you. And she tipped me extra. And in my head, I'm like, listen, I'm doing this for the $1, but I don't need nobody like screaming at me.
I don't know. Do you call your parents out in public?
I mean, maybe do a little nudge.
Okay,
Daddy,
all right,
daddy, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Daddy, something. You know what I mean? I had to look at him. I was like, all right. I literally told him, I was like, sir, I know it's Father's Day, but you are not my daddy. I can refuse service right here because he was just screaming about just nonsense. He might have been drunk. I thought about it, but he didn't look drunk. So just like you said, but, man, even when I get like the creeps that come in, they be like, the old ass men, they're like, can you pour me a Bud Light? And if you walk slow, I'll tip you better. Bruh, I'm just trying to get an extra $1.
I'm still thinking about. It's actually two things I'm gonna touch you on. I'm still thinking about like how like when you go out in public and your significant other starts like showing their ass. You don't really call them out in public. You kind of like pull them to the side like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Some people do, but I'm definitely the one that's like, yo, don't talk crazy to me in the public. But when we get in that car,
let me have it.
I'm gonna rip you a new ass. When we get in that car, we need a motherfucking.
I gotta defend you when we out in public. But the moment I get you in private, you better get cussed out.
Yeah, for real.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, do you do that to your parents too?
You could do a little. Daddy,
fair enough.
Daddy, come on now. Especially because everybody at the bar was watching. They were like, they went and got managers and told him that we needed to kick him out. Like, bitch, everybody saw him acting up, and you can't do it. Like, I don't know. Maybe there was, a different relationship going with the two of them. But
I had a conversation with your father.
Yeah, I was like, sir, I do not have to serve you. I know it's Father's Day, but you are not my daddy. My manager she was like, we can't really speak to the guests like that.
See, what's funny though, I don't know why it is. I take so much offense to somebody and be like, you're not my daddy. Yeah. Like, I don't know why. Like, just say I'm not your father. Yeah. It just sounds weird. It sounds more degrading when you be like, you ain't my daddy.
Right. You are not my father.
Yeah, that just sounds more politically correct in a weird way.
Oh, okay.
You say, I take offense. Like, if a girl be like, you ain't my daddy.
See, but like when I say father, I'm talking about God. I'm be like, you ain't my father and you ain't my daddy.
I'll let that one slide.
You ain't God, and you ain't my daddy.
If you say when I say father, I'm talking about God. Okay, I'll let that one slide.
Yeah,
right.
I could. That's what because it does give like a more formal meaning, like you said. So to me, I'm thinking like the highest formula.
That would be like me saying, "Shout out my non-existent biological daddy." Like, just sounds
you
crazy.
just took the extra
also,
step.
shout out my non-existent biological father.
You just took the extra step to make it more formal and specific. So good for you.
Yeah. Also, shout out my non-existent biological father. I don't hate you, but I don't give a damn.
I don't hate you, but I don't love you.
That part. But I love your family.
Yes, for sure.
Except your wife. Shots fired. Jesus Christ.
You're,
his wife was doing some unnecessary shit 10 years, 15,
okay. You're talking about
20 years ago.
Wife,
Yeah,
his wife. Okay.
Yeah. She was doing some unnecessary shit in the courthouse 20 years ago, and I ain't forgive her for that shit yet.
It'd be like that.
So yeah, that's my woe of the week is just dealing with the drunk when you're just trying to make money.
Yeah.
Trying to make a
story
quick buck.
of my life. Because I just went, like I did for the first time in a long time, I did a back-to-back vacation. And then in between, I worked maybe 1 or 2 days in between the 2 vacations. And even when I came back, I was at work and I was like, man, I think I might actually be getting too old for this because I don't give a fuck about y'all's experience. I don't care if you like, I don't get that. But you know, that's something I'm battling with too right now because I've been doing it for so long and the money is good. Right. So it's one of those things. It's like I don't work for less than like 30 an hour.
That's that's my argument.
Yeah.
I will never, even when I do it like
I don't work for less than 30.
And I've made that conversation. I think I had that conversation with my dad. That I was saying my daddy.
Yeah. Yo, daddy boy.
I was having that conversation with him, and I was like, I was trying to teach somebody else about like my value.
Right.
And I'm like, because if I put in how much money I make in a year and I break it up into how many hours are in a year,
right, then
I'm like, oh, okay. No matter what I'm doing, I'm making $30 an hour.
Yes.
So that's my like, it's a little bit more than 30. So then that's where I set my value at.
Yeah.
Like if it's $29.99 is my final after tax price on Amazon,
right, and
I don't like it, I won't return it.
Right.
If it's $31.01 or $30.01,
you gonna return?
I'm returning that bitch. Because like anything under $30, I don't give a shit about. Right. Anything over $30,
yeah,
it's important now,
okay,
or it becomes of value.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I say like my time is worth $30 an hour at minimum.
Yeah, at minimum.
So,
at minimum,
if I'm sleeping, I'm still making at least $30 an hour. So,
yeah.
So that's what.
And honestly, in this day and age, I don't know how anybody's surviving with less than 30 an hour.
True.
I don't even know
Roommates.
how. Like, look, eggs about $9-10. Like,
that's why they only get them 3 times a month.
Yeah, like you can. I don't like. Sometimes when I hear like people would be like, oh yeah, I make like $25 an hour, and these are like jobs that are like actually hourly. Mm-hmm. So I work off tips. That's how I average 30 an hour. But like, when you think about jobs that are hourly at 25, even after taxes, you're still making less than 25. Yeah. Like, how do you survive off of that? Even full time, you're putting 40 hours in during the week. Like, that's one reason why I don't let go of restaurant, because my time and the money that I make is so much more than if I went to an hourly job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it. That's why I have I'm so big on the multiple streams of income.
Yes.
I make good money from my full-time job on an hourly rate.
Yeah.
But there's other ways to make money.
For sure.
And I have the time. I don't have any other real responsibilities other than just running my company.
Yeah.
So like, or all the commitments that I make within the company. Like even, I think on Friday, I'm going into work because I don't want to take the whole day of leave, but I'm going to go in and I'm only going to be there for like 4 hours and then leave because I got another job.
Right.
But I have leave. So
exactly. So
leave,
it's cash,
plus,
timed in. Yeah. Yeah.
So on top of getting doing a job at noon, so I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll just take off from work and I'll still get paid the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Use up a couple of my leave hours, but also I'll be here making a check.
Okay.
Shout out Tommy McClellan because he's coming here to record on Friday. And pay me my money. Can we go back to that vacationing for a second?
Yeah.
Because I just recently I just did 2 back-to-back vacations, and I don't like the vacation. But
I love a good vacation.
I went to Miami for a bachelor party.
Yeah, South Beach?
Over the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I like South Beach. Okay.
Yeah.
You said a bachelor party too?
Yeah. I'll say the details for the Patreon, maybe.
Okay.
But I was in Miami for a weekend out there, and then I went out to Washington State. I was out there for 11 days. And one of them, I'm going on vacation with a group because it's a bachelor party.
Right.
And then the Washington one was like basically all expense paid trip for me to go out there, and out of the 11 days, I had to work 5.
Okay.
So
that's not terrible.
Yeah.
That's less than
half. It was more like 4.5. But,
okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I was out there for like Hoop Fest, 4th of July weekend, and got to do like regular shit in a place I used to live.
Okay.
But then I had to weigh that option of like, oh God, do I like traveling by myself more than I like traveling with people?
Yeah.